So Wendy's is trying to get back on my good side. I want to just real quickly, because of course I was on the road, so I did have some Wendy's this weekend. But they're trying to get back on my good side. I didn't have this, but a couple of years ago they quit squashing their patties flat to where they had the crispy edges and they overlapped outside the bun, and it really looked more like a greasy diner burger. And on the triple there, boy, it was it was a handful, and it felt like a grease sponge. Well, now the meat, they don't squash it as flat. I think they've changed the concoction or the consistency. It doesn't have the oomph it used to have. They changed the pickles. You can't even put the pickles on the burger anymore because they went from dill pickles to some of those goddamn sweet and sour or whatever the fuck they were. I thought the meat was rotten when I'd eaten that. Before I realized it was the pickles. This was a couple of years ago, and they've gotten a little better, but now they've brought out the T-Rex. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Have you read about this?
I have not, and I was at Wendy's the other day. What's the T-Rex?
Well, they have it in Franklin, Kentucky, at the pilot station at the Wendy's. They have the T-Rex. The T-Rex is 9 patties and 9 slices of cheese. I believe the sandwich is like $21. The combo's like $24 or whatever. But a lot, because people, as this starts spreading, they're going to be tweeting me about this and asking me about this at the Jim Cornette, and you'll get some at Great Brian Last. I've got to let my comments be known here. I'm not against the portion, but I'm against the construction of this burger. Would you like to know why?
Yeah, I'm dying to hear this analysis.
Because here's the thing. 9 patties. That a quarter pound patty, so that means it's 2 1/4 pounds of beef, right? But instead of being a triple where each patty is 3/4 pound, it's 9 of their regular patties, and especially since they don't squash their patties flat anymore, it's too fucking tall. And if they melt the cheese to the proper gooey, orgasmic consistency that cheese on a burger is supposed to be melted to, then it's going to start fucking sliding and it's going to tip over because it's too tall. What they need to do is they need to smash those patties flatter. Even then, I think 9 might be too many. I think they ought to have a special patty, like a 3/4 pound patty for the triple, but just 1, and put 3 of those cocksuckers on their goddamn T-Rex. And now you're talking a place to go to get a burger. But with 9, it's too high. And especially then if you add onions and pickles, a tomato, for God's sake, you're going to slide right off. And the lettuce would be like goddamn slickered and cum on a gold tooth. So that your top bun would slip straight the fuck off. You'd have to deconstruct it to eat it. You see what I'm saying? You'd have to break it into thirds. And who wants to share if you're going to go for that goddamn greasy fucking thing? Oh, God, I can just think about it. But you don't want to share it. So I think the T-Rex is a step in the right direction portion-wise, but I find fault with its construction. I feel it looks good in the picture, but in actual practice, because most of these motherfuckers anymore working at goddamn Wendy's, they're young people with no personality. I guarantee you they don't use their left and right turn indicator. They don't give a shit. They don't smile at you. They don't try to improve their service. They're just standing there looking at their watch. And you think you want to entrust them?
They're not wearing watches.
Well, you know what I'm saying. They're waiting to get off the fucking job. You want to trust them to build a $21 burger? I think not.
How many patties? You say 9?
9. I'm telling you, 9 and 9.
See, I don't know. I would rather have a single patty and then 9 orders of French fries. Like that's what they should come up with.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
You can't supersize the burgers, supersize the fries. That's what I miss.
You can't eat 9 orders of fries.
I want to bet?
Well, that would be unhealthy.
Give me a break. 9 burgers. That's ridiculous. And by the way, their burgers are good, but their grilled chicken sandwich is what everyone should really be getting at Wendy's. That's delicious.
Oh, for God's sake. It's like a low-fat Twinkie. If you can't take the fat, don't eat the fucking Twinkie.
Do you go for a Frosty when you're at Wendy's?
I haven't done Frosties in ages because most of the time when I'm eating at Wendy's, it's that I'm driving and I just hop in, boom, and get it to go. And that way I'm not losing time. So I've got the towel in my lap and my black towel to match the upholstery. and I carry salt in my little console compartment there, so I can hit the fries.
Wait, stop. Hold on. You have a hamburger towel?
Oh yeah, I know. You have a variety of car towels. You have and there's something with the cooler there, but I keep several towels on hand, and you just spread it out and have a picnic. So I'm whizzing down the road 70 miles an hour, driving with one hand, eating a triple with the other. I've done it for 30 years. I could land a plane in the Hudson River if I had a triple cheeseburger in one hand.
Now there's the next item for Cornette's Collectibles. Cornette's black hamburger towels.
Well, there you go. Anyway, I'm just saying. Anyway, preemptive comments about Wendy's T-Rex is where I was going with that. But yes, always carry salt in your sunglass compartment right over your console there. And that way you have an extra hit of salt for your fast food.
Hold on.
Having a picnic driving down the interstate.
I've never been more fascinated talking to you than I am right now. You don't keep it in the middle console. You keep it in the sunglasses case at the top.
Well, yeah, because if you're trying to look down and fiddle around and find packages of little fast food packages of salt in with change and mints and a tire gauge, one of those little tire gauge things and some writing pens, like I said, and goddamn, possibly a little fucking gimmick, the corkscrews, what I'm going for, and your bottle opener and your little Swiss Army knife thing. I carry a lot of shit.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the glove department
yet. But if you just that's all the documents and the manual for the car in case anything goes wrong and all that kind of shit. But if you just reach right up and pop that thing, you can get a little package of salt out. Boom, it's easy.
Don't they fly out? I mean, it's one of those things where you push it and it kind of just springs open, isn't it?
No, well, you got to hold on to it and ease it open a little bit. You got to have a nice little touch with it.
That is so funny that you keep. Is it just the salt in there, or are there any other condiments that you keep above you, overhead? Are there any other overhead condiments?
That's the only overhead condiment. The rest of the stuff is in the cooler or in the snack bag.
Okay. This is a video we need to do. I need to come down to Louisville.
Then also there's I've got a collapsible plastic snow shovel of the Rain-X, a high-powered flashlight if you wanted to get back into the backseat console, and the spray de-icer stuff. I don't fool around when I'm on the road. I like to feel comfortable and safe.
You're like Inspector Gadget.
I have a road atlas. I have some hefty garbage bags, some plastic forks and knives and utensils.
How often do you restock? How often do you go up? We're out of salt, or we're out of hefty garbage
as we go, so it's not like suddenly there's some shortage of anything. All right, can we do this fucking show now with you?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
For God's sake.